Ladies, I'll gladly take a question.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Raw Media, where we bring you all the real and woke. Get ready to cringe as we'll be taking a look at some college SJW moments. In this first clip, we're going to see someone interview some college students and ask them various questions about microaggressions. The interviewer intentionally asks about some phrases that are rather mundane, but you'll be surprised that most of these students see them as offensive. A lot of these aren't even bad at all, but hey, these are SJWs that we're talking about. They'll always find a way to be offended by something, no matter how small.
I believe the most qualified person should get the job.
Qualifications aren't really the only thing you should consider when hiring someone.
But if you're saying that the most qualified person is someone who is not a minority or not of a religion you believe in, then yes, that'd be a microaggression.
Saying God bless you after somebody sneezes.
Oh, that would be a microaggression because of different religions.
Yeah, it could be a microaggression to some.
Next, we have a bunch of chaos happening at a college campus. People seem to be having a meeting while there was another large group of people who were trying to get in, but they weren't allowed in. It reached the point where they were shouting in people's faces and even looking like they were about to get physical. Everyone was just close and congested, and it was a pretty crazy situation overall.
You shoved him.
Because he is blocking us from having a meeting. You guys want to talk about
right to shove him.
You don't have a right to assault her. We're having a civil rights meeting.
Nobody's assaulting anybody.
Stop assaulting people for trying to have a civil rights meeting.
No one is.
You need to go. You need to leave us to have an answer.
This time we have Dave Rubin, who was having to deal with some obnoxious SJWs that were in the crowd. Rubin was taking a question, but there were some SJWs that interrupted and started chanting, and as you can imagine, Rubin was pretty damn annoyed. Rubin even told the women that he's very happy to hear their thoughts and talk about the whole issue, but instead the SJWs opted for being absolutely annoying.
Ladies, Ladies, I'll gladly take a question from you. Have we established that already? Okay, so far we have some repetitive droning statements, and then when I kick it back to someone to ask about their oppression, she wants to be paid for it. You know.
Now we have a woman who got caught getting rid of signs that were hung up around campus. The guy recording this called her out for it, and things sort of got a little heated. The woman got triggered at the guy, and then she tried to reach for his phone because she didn't want to be recorded, but the guy had every right to, as he's in a public space. I'm sure she would have been in for a surprise to realize that she's in the wrong.
Hey, why'd you throw our sign?
Because you're tampering with the signage.
What?
You're tampering with other people's signage. If
We
you
have
want to
not-
put your own signs up, that's fine, but not ones that point to other people. I would like not to be filmed.
You're on
Take
public
that-
property.
No,
You're on
you don't
public
get to film
property.
me.
You can't touch me.
I have a right not to be filmed.
You don't. You're on public property. You also just threw the sign that we...
Next up, we have this SJW being worried about one of the pettiest things ever. So this woman was being given the chance to speak and ask Dave Rubin a question, but as soon as she was given an opportunity, she started picking a fight for no reason at all. Clearly it was someone who wasn't a fan of him. Rubin just had to call her out for her pettiness and added in a cheeky comment in the end. Here it is.
Just stand here. Oh, you hold it. Free speech, but he's gonna hold the mic for me, okay?
You can get.
Unless you want to.
I mean, see, you see how silly you're coming in. You're coming in ready to fight.
Interesting that he's holding the mic.
All right, why don't you give her the mic? Let's.
Yeah, why don't you pass me the mic?
Big win. Okay.
We have a clip of some college students that did something rather odd while Milo Yiannopoulos was speaking to people. This specific group of college students interrupted the whole thing by standing up and doing something super weird. What the SJWs did got some of the crowd cheering them on and others were booing them. But Milo found the whole thing amusing, and he probably thought the whole stunt was just foolishness. He clearly didn't take them seriously at all. This time we have a clip of a woman complaining to a reporter that she's giving voices to so-called bad people and said that the reporter isn't being fair in doing so. The reporter though set her straight with a really good point which silenced the woman. As you'll see, the woman completely contradicts herself. It seems like she was biased as long as it benefits her side.
Why do you think it's okay to provide a space and a platform in your position to people that we have already expressed are here violently?
Can I answer
terrorizing
that? You're asking me a question
us.
I would like to answer.
Go ahead.
If I did not get their voice as well as your voices, then that would be bias, and that is not true.
In the next clip, we have a woman who goes crazy on a plane. She said something, and then someone who was a part of the panel said that she was brainwashed for thinking such. This triggered the woman so much that she ended up shouting and started freaking out.
We're being taught. This is called brainwashing, by the way. But anyway, you're being brainwashed. My
sorry, this is proof global warming. I just want to know who's disproved global warming. Because not the 98% of climate scientists I've heard talk about.
Okay, hang on. Let me answer. Let me answer that one. Okay, you're.
In our last clip, we have a SJW at a college campus where there seems to be a protest. This SJW is putting a horn right into the camera to stop the person recording from capturing things that were happening during the protest.
Put it in front of your camera, and I can put it in front of your camera as much as I want. I can put it in front of your camera as much as I want. I'm not touching you. I can speak to you just like this as much as I want to. You're here to incite violence. You're here to incite violence against brown bodies and black bodies. You're here to incite violence against brown bodies.
Thanks heaps for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this and much more. Like, seriously, we really need subs, guys. Goodbye for now, and we'll see you next time.